Hey peeps, we are back. We're talking The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Season 12, Episode 3. Now, before we get into the show, I did see an update where Frank Catania has verified that Jackie has been demoted to a friend of next season, and I really can't say that I'm sad about it. They could have removed Jackie and Marge and Melissa, and I would have been perfectly happy with it. However, I did also see a post on Jackie's Instagram with a picture of her saying that the comeback is always stronger than the setback. So I guess she's just trying to let everyone know that she's doing okay. I don't think she's okay with it. I think she just wants to save a little face, which is perfectly fine. I also seen that recently on Albie's podcast, which we probably remember that Albie is the son of Carolyn Manzo, that she said that she would love to get back on The Real Housewives of New Jersey just so that she could verbally knock the shit out of Teresa Giudice. Now that is something that I would love to see. However, when you think about it, it doesn't take much to verbally slaughter Teresa Giudice. And I'm not trying to be rude, it's just the fact. She says, and I quote, "I'm just going to put it out there because I don't give a F, all right?" She says that she knows that it would give great pleasure to the fans and the community if she just verbally knocks the shit out of Teresa and puts her back in her place. She says, "I'm tired of her opening her very uneducated mouth, okay? And using me as a weapon to say that I was the one that spearheaded her IRS claims and stuff like that. We are not those people." Remember when Teresa tried to say that Caroline could have dropped a dime to the IRS about her and Joe and caused her and Joe to be investigated and arrested? That didn't make any sense when Teresa originally said it, and it still doesn't. Caroline believes that Teresa is obsessed with her, and she says that if she is so obsessed with her, she is more than happy to come on the show and address her claims. She also says that she has PTSD from doing The Housewives. However, she's willing to return to set the record straight. I have a feeling that she's willing to return because she wants to be back in the spotlight and the money. And I also think that she really just would like to cuss Teresa the hell out. And you know what? Bravo people, I'm here for it. Bring Caroline onto the show. Just don't bring back Jacqueline, because she was a Teddy Mellencamp before there was a Teddy Mellencamp, if you ask me. So peeps, what do you think? Would you like to see Caroline back on the show? Get down in the comments and let me know what you think. Also, with this being the third episode of the season, this is another episode that we have not seen Kathy Hilton here on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I believe at the beginning of the season, she was still deciding and still negotiating her contract. However, remember while they were filming, we heard that there was some big blow up in Aspen. Well, here is the story behind it. Here is at least what they're saying happened. We're hearing that the girls were all at a club and Kathy Hilton allegedly called the DJ the N-word. And we're also hearing that she called another worker the F-word, which is a homophobic slur, because she wasn't getting the VIP treatment I guess she thought that she should get. She had a tantrum and Lisa pulled her out and they went back to Kyle's Aspen house. So I guess back at the house, Kathy must have had some kind of fit. She was screaming and yelling. Then she said something about she hated Kyle, called Kyle a whole bunch of names behind Kyle's back. The other ladies locked themselves in a room. They were so afraid of Kathy and this tantrum, allegedly. Then I guess after the trip, Kathy disappeared for 2 weeks and she did not go to the finale party. Meanwhile, allegedly Kathy sent all the ladies, including the media, ceased and desist, that they were not allowed to talk about the incident that happened in Aspen. She told the ladies not to talk about her at all. She texted them saying that she has receipts to prove she told them not to talk about her. I guess Erica talks about all of this in her confessionals, but I'm not really sure because all of this is alleged, but I do think that this is exactly what happened. And if that is the truth and it does come out on the show, I do think that Kathy should be removed from the show no matter that she is Kathy Hilton. If you are out here calling people the N-word and calling people the F-word, it's time for you to go. I do not tolerate racism. I do not tolerate homophobic slurs, none of that. And I don't think Bravo should tolerate it either. Get down in the comments and let me know what you think. So when the episode starts out, we find out that Kyle is opening yet another store. Now I would like to say, how many stores have we seen Kyle open and close during the 12 years of being on this show? And like I said before, I truly do believe that Kyle is making her storyline this season all about Dorit's robbery. Before we get into the full episode, we find out that Dorit is having panic attacks, which is understandable. I think Dorit should really get herself into therapy because she has gone through something that is extremely horrifying and traumatic. So when the girls meet up to talk to Kyle about the trip to La Quinta, the thing that was so odd to me, Dorit is there. They're asking her about her panic attacks, and Kyle instantly wants to talk about Sutton and Sutton's comments. And I said that if Kyle was a true friend to Dorit, when you get together with her, you guys would try to talk about other things, try to have fun, talk about things that are interesting to Dorit to keep her mind off of the situation, not continue to bring it up so that you can keep her mind on the topic. One thing that I also noticed is Dorit did not want to get involved in the situation with Sutton. She said that she has a lot going on in her life and on her mind right now. She doesn't really want to focus and concentrate on Sutton in this comment. So I think that Kyle should let it go. Throughout the episode, she let Sutton know that it isn't about her. She let Crystal know this episode that it's not about her. It's not about you either, Kyle. Back the hell down. I didn't think it was possible for me to dislike Kyle more than I already did.
And she said, I'm sorry that I didn't have a gun put to my head.
You're kidding me.
She said, I just thought she was really being insensitive, honestly.
That's just a tad too insensitive.
I think we should have this conversation with her here. I don't feel comfortable talking about her behind her back.
I don't think I'll bring it up.
I appreciate Garcelle standing up and saying, listen, I don't feel comfortable talking about Sutton behind her back. Why don't you have this conversation when she is here and she's able to defend herself? The conversation is absolutely not needed in the first place. Let Dorit heal. If Dorit wants to talk to Sutton about it, let her talk to her about it when she's ready. Back out of this, Kyle. This is not your business. Then we see Garcelle receive this beautiful amethyst crystal butterfly statue. I don't know where she got it. All I know is that it was absolutely gorgeous, and I'm pretty sure it was extremely expensive.
Haven't worn it in years. Could be cute.
Now, honey, listen, Erica, I have no idea if they thought that we were about to feel bad for Erica, that she has to wear some of her extremely expensive clothes twice. I'm pretty sure no one was feeling bad about her having to wear her outfits twice. I think it was extremely tone deaf. You have these extremely expensive outfits and you are telling us that you're upset that you have to wear them twice. Honey, listen, if I get a good outfit and I absolutely love it, I don't care. I will wear it once a week. Get out of here with that. Oh, I feel so bad for you. No, not really. Who I feel bad for are these victims. Just think about it. Most of those outfits were purchased with the victim's money anyway. I don't know why she would want this on the show.
Do you ever go to the outlets here?
What is it?
They've got outlets. You would never need to shop at an outlet. It's like discount designer.
Now this made me laugh. Crystal, that woman doesn't know a damn thing about an outlet. I love a good outlet mall. Let me tell you, I get excited when I come upon a new outlet on a road trip. We absolutely have to pull over to the outlet. I mean, my gosh, bougie Diana doesn't know a thing about an outlet. There's something about Diana that I still don't like. She told us about her poor upbringing, but yet and still, she is not humble at all. She is extremely pretentious and over the top, and I still don't like her. I don't get any warm fuzzies for this lady at all. You know, usually when someone goes from being, poor and then they get a bit of an upgrade, I'm so excited and happy for them. But I don't feel that excitement and happiness for Diana because she comes off as so judgy, pretentious, snobby, just way over the top and gaudy. And she actually comes off as tacky and clueless. So the girls all head up to La Quinta, and I realized that this time, Crystal and Sutton and Diana are staying at the hotel. Remember last year when they went, Crystal and Sutton stayed at the house. But this year they have been kicked to the hotel. with Diana.
Like you said something insensitive. Well, sorry I didn't have a gun to my head.
That burglary freaked me out. I'll say something like that when I'm freaked out.
I don't think anyone will want to keep stirring this up when Dorit is so fragile.
Then it probably shouldn't have been said in the first place.
Now this I can appreciate. I appreciate that Crystal and Sutton had a conversation. Crystal brought it to her privately, not in front of the rest of the girls, to hear her side of the story. This is good. I think Crystal got that part wrong. Kyle wants to keep bringing it up, and I agree with Sutton. It shouldn't have been brought up. I like seeing Crystal and Sutton getting along and establishing a friendship. However, seeing the previews for next week, I'm wondering if that friendship is about to fall apart, but I certainly hope it doesn't. Has anybody ever noticed that every time Kyle has some kind of big event going on with this fashion business of hers, that it's always her partner who is doing all the work, and then Kyle comes in and starts bossing people around and changing things up and just doing too much? Her business partner never gets any of the praise and glory, and she's the one designing all the outfits, and she's the one doing all the grunt work. It's weird to me. I don't like that.
I think the clothing is very pretty. It's actually something I would wear at even at my own house.
Honey, now that was absolute shade. She will wear it in the house. Otherwise, she's not wearing that mess out in public. It's not up to her standards. I think that Diane should be a one-season housewife. I have had it with her already.
I would never want to be insincere towards you.
Terrible
thing to say. Didn't mean it like that, and I'm really, really sorry.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Now, this apology I felt was sincere. I really did. And I love that Dorit accepted her apology. I thought, here's Kyle right here next to Sutton while she is sincerely apologizing to Dorit. Maybe Kyle will let this go. But I knew Kyle's not going to let this go because this is going to be her storyline this season.
You have the Jasper, one of these. It's black. I need someone in my life to get this ring, and it's you.
I will. It's me.
Okay.
Let's
All
order it now.
No, I can't afford it. Maybe in the future. Right now, girl, it's grim.
Now here Erica is sucking up to Diana. Erica wants to be Diana's friend so bad. Diana is already the new Erica. She showed up with a whole team of people. Her hair people, her stylists, her makeup people, they are there in advance to set the room, to set the stage. Erica is so envious. Erica is hoping that Diana can introduce her to an extremely rich man or become her good friend and loan her Amex and buy her nice gifts. Erica, we are on to you, ma'am.
I didn't stab your back. I do everything. I do everything up front to the face.
And Kyle, know that's a damn lie. You do not tell Sutton everything to her face. You talk bad about that woman behind her back, just like the rest of the people that you call your friends. These people are not your friends. These people are your storyline. These people are your ticket to holding on to your diamond. I really hope that this is Kyle's last season on this show. Now, the conversation that Diana had with Kyle about her being a Leo, when actuality she is a Virgo, you know what? Let Diana be whatever the hell it is she wants to be. I have no idea. If she wants to be a Leo, that's fine with me. Now, we have talked about this before on other housewife shows too, when people's dogs are around. And personally, I think dogs are amazing. I love dogs. I truly do. But I don't agree to having dogs around during dinner parties. If you are having people over for dinner, having your dogs running around, taking food off their plates, that dog went right to Lisa Rinna's plate, grabbed her steak and ran off. Then he was on his tippy toes, eating food off the counters. I mean, that's no training whatsoever. I would have gotten the dogs bowls, their water bowls, their food bowls, put them in a separate room, filled them up, and closed the door. When dinner was over and we had put all the food away, the dogs could come back out. That's just my opinion. I don't like dogs all over me and my plate when I'm trying to eat. When that dog took that steak off of Lisa Rinna's plate, my whole plate would have been back in the kitchen on the counter and I would have been done for the evening. I'm not eating the rest of the stuff that was on this plate either. That's just my opinion. Get down in the comments, dog lovers, and let me know, am I wrong? I can't function. I can't eat like that. Put the dogs away. So Garcelle thoughts, well, since we're all here, why don't you guys finish this conversation that you were having about Sutton? I thought, oh gosh, Garcelle. And it went from talking about Sutton to Crystal talking about how she felt that her feelings were not validated from the season before, to Erica jumping in the conversation, which she should really shut the hell up.
Look, I've apologized.
It felt genuine when you apologized.
There's no way that you cannot be empathetic.
We've been looking for the funeral for 5 days.
I was away, and I had going on with me too.
I really don't know Sutton that well. That she's clumsy with her words and her behavior.
Yep.
You come off really weird and wrong.
It's a lot of hypocrisy. That's annoying. Expressed how I was feeling, and you guys went on a very strong campaign, every single one of you, to police my feelings.
So it's just so dramatic. Why are we making this about you, Crystal?
Wait, do you respect how you treated me last year? Do you feel anything about how you treated me last year?
I feel pretty good about how I handled
Why? Do you realize that everything you said is not true?
Do you feel good about how you treated me?
Absolutely, bitch.
They're never gonna understand, so I'm not gonna talk about it anymore.
I understand your perspective. Your perspective is, I am not allowed to feel violated. It's too strong.
Because my feelings are irrelevant to
No.
them.
When Erica opens up her mouth, Garcelle says what I think the rest of America is saying. Oh, here we go. Like, we are so sick of Erica's bullshit. Now, here's the thing. Why is it that Erica is allowed to hold firm to her treatment of Sutton last season, but Sutton is not allowed to hold firm to her reaction to Erica and her husband allegedly stealing all these victims' money? You know, give me a damn break. When Erica called Sutton a bitch, I was hoping that Sutton was going to come back with something like better to be a bitch than a broke bitch. You know, something, but she didn't. I mean, Sutton is really paying Erica dust this season, and I am loving it. I was really surprised that Lisa Rinna, she didn't go for the jugular. She didn't go after Sutton or anything. She actually tried to calm the waters, which was really surprising. I said, well, what the hell did they put in her drink? And how long is Erica going to hold this grudge against Sutton? Let it go. Sutton called you out for facts. She didn't call you out with lies. And it's so crazy when Erica says, everything you said about me has been disproven. I said, what now? And all the girls looked at her too, as if to say, excuse me. And all of America said, who said that? Girl, no, none of that has been disproven. You are still in court. The case is still ongoing. One part of the case was dropped just for jurisdiction reasons, but they said they're going to refile in the proper jurisdiction. Girl, you are still on the hook for this money. Quit playing with us. And you know what, Diana, I'm ready for her to go. You have been in this group for 5 seconds, and you clearly stated that you do not know Sutton. However, you decided to open up your damn mouth and give a full opinion on this woman. You don't even know this woman, and I'd like to know which one of the housewives pumped you up and gassed you up to get you to say this stuff about Sutton. You've got all these statements about this woman's character. You don't even know her. You said that woman was clumsy with her words and she was weird. That makes you raggedy, Diana. You are the one who is tacky and classless. You tried to blame Sutton for what happened at Harry's party. Sutton apologized, and Lisa is the one who took it to the next level. Get out of here with this mess. Diana is the definition of new money. This woman is rude, she is arrogant, she is tacky, and she is not needed. Now, Crystal made some valid points. The girls keep saying that Sutton didn't have any empathy for Dorit, the same way they did Crystal last season. It's a problem for me that these girls cannot validate anybody else's feelings if it's not the same feelings that they have, or if they don't see it the same way. Crystal was not comparing her situation to Dorit's break-in. She was simply saying that all these women try to dictate how women should feel. That's all she was saying. And then Kyle wants to call Crystal dramatic. However, Kyle is extremely dramatic when Sutton didn't say what she wanted her to say. It's really weird. And then I seen about a week or two ago that Kathy, Garcelle, Crystal, and Sheree, they were at a charity event. Kathy had a speech at the charity event where she says that she was here with some of her favorite housewives. She was just missing Sutton. So I'm wondering what's going on. And did Kathy Hilton really say the N-word? Otherwise, would Sheree and Garcelle and Crystal or even Sutton still be hanging with Kathy? I have no idea. Sheree, if you guys ever watched the Ex-Wives Club, she was on there. She's Will Smith's first wife. She was also on an episode or two of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, I think Garcelle's first season. She's really a nice lady. I think that Crystal was absolutely right. The ladies were absolutely gaslighting Sutton. Mostly just Kyle and Erica, because the rest of the girls were kind of just laid back listening, except for Diana. Of course, she had to jump in. And, you know, Crystal was just triggered a little bit. I think Crystal was right. They don't care about her thoughts and opinions. And I would have left before she did. You know what I mean? As soon as she said how she felt and Kyle tried to raise her little voice and Dorit said something, I would have been gone. And it's so crazy to me that Kyle can compare her robbery when she wasn't even home. But Sutton's not allowed to compare the fact that she was robbed and her father did what he did. It's just weird to me. You know, that comment that Kyle made to Lisa. Lisa says that she was away at her brother's funeral, and Kyle comes back and says, well, we were all away. We were all doing things too. I mean, who says that? And she's upset with Sutton. Girl, bye. Anyway, you guys, get down in the comments to let me know what you think. And until next time, bye.